Yo, what's good? What is going on? And welcome back to another video. So today it is day 292. Yeah, 292 days of no fat, which means I'm like a week away from 300 days. Let's go. Well, officially tomorrow will be a week from 300, but whatever. I'm almost there, yo. Fuck it. Like I'm like right around the corner. All right. So yeah, today good day, good energy. Today I almost want to say it was more chill than yesterday, but I just think it just came down to just, excuse me, just the timing of everything. Working at the airport with my assignments, I really didn't do too much with bag work and stuff, so it was just kind of nice, just to just kind of run operations and just kind of chill for today. But yeah, my energy was good. Had a couple moments earlier where I was kind of just dealing with like just negative thinking, just negative thinking, and it was like frustrating because I'm like, I enjoy the fact that I'm in a space to where, although I have the negative thoughts, it doesn't control, how I'm operating in that moment. It's like I'll have it, and then I kind of, I'm able to like snap out of it and realize, okay, yo, relax, like let that shit go, you know. And speaking of which, came across a really dope song, and I completely forgot to mention this yesterday. The song was it's called Energy, and Taylor Jane. I'm about to look it up. Hold on. Cause I'm pretty Energy Taylor, yes. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna play it because I don't want to deal with the copyrights and blah blah blah. But yeah, look it up. Energy by Taylor Jane. I actually shared it on my Instagram, and it was just so catchy. Like she's like, I'm working on my energy, cleaning up. I'm taking care of I'm taking care of I myself and me. Like it was just. It was dope. It's about, manifesting and just keeping good energies and stuff. And it was super fucking catchy. So I definitely shared it on my Instagram and Facebook. And then I woke up like jamming to it today. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a really good, feel good, song. And it's cool because a lot of people definitely they're watching what I'm doing, you know. And it's been such a blessing. Even in talking with my homegirl Corey the other day, I kind of just inadvertently, ended up explaining to her all it is that I was going through, and she was shocked. She was like, "Whoa, wait, what?" She was like, "I had no idea." I said, "And I definitely want to keep it that way, because I'm not public about my shit. Like I don't like being that way, you know." Because all it does is just make you look bad in the end, and then of course you look really really sloppy and just messy, and it's like, you know what, yo, at the end of the day, this is what I've been going through, and this is where I am now. This is how I came through it. And she was just like, wow, like props, and I was like, thank you. I was like, yo, like real talk, like thank you. But yeah, man, like I said, I really did enjoy that song a lot. Definitely gonna be like my morning. I don't know, my morning little, feel good. Like it almost feels like it should be part of like a show, like a sitcom, like the intro or like the opening of a movie, and the person kind of wakes up and they just start playing this song. And you kind of, it shows like the floor, and then their feet go down into the slippers, and they walking kind of groggy, headed to the kitchen to make their coffee, like an opening scene like that type of thing. But trying to think, was there anything else that really, really got me today? No, there wasn't too much. Of course, there was just a positive message I shared. A gentleman reached out to me and said, I really made his day. That he really needed to hear that message, and I'm like, yo, that's what's up. Even myself, I come across people's pages all the time where there's just this very specific message. I say, yeah, that was meant for me. Like that one was definitely meant for me, But yeah, like I really wish I had more for y'all over these last 2 days. Like I almost feel like I had a thought of something that it slipped my mind, but like I'm trying to look around because I know sometimes. Oh yeah, my contacts. So yeah, so no, I'm of course I'm not wearing them, but I did buy contacts. And then I realized I said, yo, I got ripped off the first time. Like I definitely got ripped off. I mean, I ain't gonna put them on blast, but like when I went to the eye doctor, uh, I said I want contacts. So in any case, they did the thing, ran the test, but then they charged me $50 for the contacts, and I'm like, all right, cool, left it alone. So then of course the contacts ripped after about 2.5 weeks because I was wearing them every single day and just putting it in, taking it out, putting it in. I'm wearing it all the time. But then I go to the shop, to buy some more contacts. And the lady was like, all right, cool. She said, you can get one box of 6. She was like, but we prefer, 6. Because at least luckily in my case, my prescription is the same in each eye. So it's not like it's one number for the left eye, another number for the right. It's exactly the same for both. But yo, one box that has 6 contacts in it was $50. And I'm like, yo, them niggas ripped me off. They gave me just one set of contacts. One for the left eye, one for the right eye. As like my sample contact, to use for like a month. But then when I actually bought my monthlies, like literally I have 6 months worth of contacts for just $100. I said, bro, yo, they got me on that. Doc got me. The doc got me. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'm contemplating watching Space Jam once my daughter gets back. Truth is, I don't have any reservations on it. I don't. Like, I'm not like most of my peers, all of us 30 plus who remember 1996 when Space Jam came out. We remember going to the movie theaters. We remember just being so in love with Space Jam and Michael Jordan. But like at the end of the day, LeBron is these kids' Michael Jordan, or it could be Steph Curry, it could be whoever. But at the end of the day, like I'm not comparing their acting skills or who has the better career or none of that. Like, yo, it's just Space Jam. It's a kid's film. Let's just fucking enjoy it, bruh. Let's just fucking enjoy it. Oh, and there was one other thing too. So, I was, doing my thing with my job, taking calls, and I came across just a really disturbed dude, yo. Like, as you get better with identifying your energies and identifying all your triggers, you will be just that much better in identifying everyone else's shit too. And to the point to where as you show yourself grace with the things that you've allowed to finally come out and be released and the emotions and your triggers and everything that you understand about yourself, you will become just that much better in how to handle other people. Now in this case, I was kind of being a smartass. I have to admit, I was, because it's just basic cell phone, claim stuff. People call in, my phone is damaged, whatever. But this dude would just be yelling and screaming about everything. No matter what I asked him, he's like, yo, bro, like, why the fuck would you even ask me that, dog? Like, that shit don't make no sense. He was like, I know you see the phone is stolen, so why the fuck would you? And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, sir, all you had to do was say, no, I can't receive messages to that number, so I can proceed and get to the next step. I can't skip any steps. Like, I'm just doing my job. I'm just trying to help you. Right. Yeah, funny guy. Yeah, this dude, yo, you fucking weirdo. You hear this motherfucker? And I'm just like, but that energy, and it was so funny because he's going in. Like, he's just going off for no fucking reason. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, this nigga gotta be from either Philly or Chicago. It just seems like so many men from those areas, like, you could tell they are just fucking damaged, like, just completely hurt. I mean, like his reaction, literally, and mind you, he's going off. I could tell he's talking to his girl, baby crying in the back, and I'm just sitting there like, dude's energy was just disgusting. And yeah, there was a couple times where, I regained control of the conversation, because I'm like, listen, you called in because you wanted me to find out what's going on with your claim, right? And so I have my process I need to get through. You can either let me get through the process so I can give you your answers, or you're going to keep disrupting me and we're going to get nowhere. Which would you prefer? Wow, all right, motherfucker. Wow, yeah, I see how it is. And I'm just like, okay. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're going off based, like literally, dude was just going off the deep end, off of everything. And then eventually, by the end of it, when I'm asking for the payment, he just starts going off. I said, sir, we never processed the payment. Like I said, there was a little issue in the claim regarding the shipping address. But now that I confirmed it with you, we got it processed, claims approved. We're going to ship it out to you for next business day. I don't see what the issue. Nah, man, yeah, fuck you. I'm like, oh my God. Eventually, he put his girl on. And his girl was the sweetest thing ever. Like she's like, hey, so yeah, no, I just want to make sure everything go through, yeah, this and the third. And I started to say to her, like, yo, you got to be real embarrassed of this nigga. Like, like real talk. Like, I'm sitting there, like, I'm talking to her. She's hella sweet. Like I said, baby crying in the back. And I'm like, yo, there got to be a part of you deep down that's like, why the fuck did I have this nigga's child? She had to. Like, dude's energy is way off. I could tell he the reason why the baby even crying. Like, I'm like, dog, like, it was sad. It was really, really sad. Like you can tell, dude like him just doesn't know how to express himself. Doesn't know how to express his emotions. You know, he just resorts to violence. Like everything just turns into just this severe aggression. And because, like I said, his reactions, it just didn't make sense. Like, everything I was doing, oh, what? And I'm like, my nigga, we gonna finish this or we not? Like, the fuck do you want, bro? Like, so yeah. So I mean, if they pull the call, they might dock me. You know, if they really, really catch the shade I was throwing. But yeah, dude was just ridiculous. But like I said, but I've noticed a lot of men from Philly and Chicago. Like, a lot of them behave in that way. Just this childish, like, they throw these tantrums all off of just basic, decent human interaction. And like I said, I know his girl is embarrassed. Ain't no way she finds that shit attractive. A man who just fucking just goes off about everything, yeah, she probably just stays quiet because she like, yo, like, this nigga's a loose cannon. He a loose cannon. She don't want to deal with that shit. But unfortunately, you know, she had a kid because, like I said, the baby sounds small. Baby crying in the back. Baby crying because the baby sensing all of his nonsense. You know what I mean? But yeah, like that was the more interesting conversation I had today. Yeah, man, like dude's got to heal. Like we all need healing. And I know it's a lot harder for men because we aren't taught how to deal with our emotions, which is why we're here, which is why the blessing is that we are finding things like NoFap to help really push us to, I was like a fucking Hadouken, to push us to push us to the right level, you know, to get to reaching our higher selves. But it all starts with understanding our emotions, and as we get better with that, we know how to really handle other people, but also you establish such a much bigger level of empathy. Like, I had so much empathy for that guy, even though I was annoyed, because I'm like, bro, shut up. Like, he just kept screaming and screaming and screaming, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, matter of fact, there was I'm going back and forth with this dude now on YouTube. Because I put in a comment on a paternity court episode, and me and dude are going back and forth a little bit, but his whole thing was, so all right, let me just explain it like this. You got the baby mama. She's like, yo, you know, my daughter's father passed away. We lost him, but his dad and his new wife, they're not accepting of my child. And Pops was like, yo, my son said, you know, that it was a wrap. Like he said he had doubts about, you know, your child. And she was like, well, he never had doubts of me. Like, he was always around, always hanging with Zoe, always at the house, always making sure we're good. He called us every day to check in. You know, like, what doubts are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, but my son had a fiance, you know, and he was always bringing her and their son around. So So again, we thought you guys were a done deal. Like I'm not gonna look into it, especially if the last thing he says is, "Oh, I had doubts," and then he passes away. And that's just where it was. But again, we thought what you and him had was a done deal. We didn't even know that there was a possible other child involved. So long story short, Pops kept saying, "Yo, but that's the thing. This is the family he had. This is the family he showed us." Again, we thought you were a done deal. The mother said that she did have sexual relations with another person, but they used protection, and that dude had a vasectomy. Right. So in any case, long story short, it turns out that the dude was the father. I mean, the deceased was the father. So of course, his father, the grandparent, who was kind of like playing his distance, like, yo, like we don't know, like we didn't hear about this because Garrett said, dude said, yo, y'all wasn't the thing. He looked shocked. He was like, whoa, like wait, what? And of course, he gave her the biggest hug. He's like, don't worry, we got her now, whatever. So my comment simply was, when you find out your son was living a double life, for some reason that triggered something in this other dude. He's like, did you not miss the point? She was sleeping around too. And I'm like, my nigga, that has nothing to do with anything. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, bro, that has nothing to do with anything. I was like, bro, like she didn't say because she slept with somebody else that dude turned out to be a deadbeat and she just always wanted him to be a father. She's like, yo, he was still in communications with us. He never expressed any doubts to me, even if he did know about me sleeping with the other guy. I just want his dad and his wife to, spend time with their grandchild. Like that's all I want. And so in any case, like I'm trying to explain to dude, I'm like, yeah, I was like, bro, like her sleeping with somebody has no reasoning within my comments specifically, because it wasn't about who slept with who. I like literally the dad was shocked because he's like, yo, I only saw the fiance and their son. You're saying my son was always around you, and I'm like, damn, how could he do all that while raising this other child, but telling me that he had doubts and only bringing around this family? And I'm like, yo, that's a double life. But the dude who commented in it, he eventually replied like a week later, saying some shit about, because I had asked him, I said, bro, when you read my comment, like, what did you think I was saying, or what did you hear me say? Because for me, I'm like, yo, like let's get down to this. Like, I have no problem having a discussion, but I guess he felt that I was, throwing shade or something. I don't know. But instead of answering it, he goes, well, what I hear is a simp who's being a hypocrite, only defending the actions of a woman, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about? I say, I started to say, nigga, I hope you choke on all the red pills you can. Like shut the fuck up. But but I didn't. I just simply said, bro, I was like, my comments about the dad. The dad was shocked because his son had this one family, said, don't worry about them, but he was still interacting with them. And she felt that they at least still were co-parenting. Like, I'm sorry, like, yo, like literally, if dude didn't pass away, the grandparents would not have been in Zoe's life like that. I mean, but now they get to be, but it was just something about that story just triggered him too. And I'm like, dog, like you're making this about something, like you're making this about who did more dirt because you feel like I'm saying dude is a bad person. All I said is he was living a double life. Look at dad's reaction. If his father didn't react that way, he was saying, like, I'm not, like, and I even gave him a timestamp. I said, go back to this moment. Look at the dad's face. He's shocked because he's like, damn, I thought this was his only family. I knew you two were messing around. Didn't realize that there was a kid, or even after we mentioned the kid, he said he had doubts, so I just left it at that, and just stuck by this family. But now they find out he's the biological dad of this child, so now he gets to bring her along as the other grandchild too. But dude was just so stuck on, I mean, the fact he even got into name calling like irked my nerves. I'm like, bro, like come on, like we two grown ass men just trying to have a conversation. I asked you a couple times just to kind of dig a little bit deeper, like let's get, because I want to gain an understanding as far as where you're coming from. But instead, I hear simp and blah, hypocrite. Like I'm not. Yeah, I just I said what I had to say. I said, bro, real talk. I was like, what I hear is somebody who's still hurt, or still has some healing to do. But hey, I wish you the best, bro. Left it at that. So, you know, we'll see if he responds. But yeah, bro, like a lot of hurt men out here, yo. A lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was one of them. But I'm working on it. I'm getting better. All right. So I know I've rambled enough. I'm kind of just venting and just putting shit out there. But yeah, man. Of course, we'll do it again tomorrow. As always, we show gratitude to the universe and to God because we are grateful for the life that we have, so we can manifest the life that we want and deserve. All right. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Peace.